Welcome to lockdown vlog number 47. Today is going to be either very interesting or a total mess. And one of the reasons is because I was thinking of cleaning up, but I thought, you know what? This is what a channel like this can do to your home and make a total mess out of it. And I'll be explaining why there is such a mess. One of the things I would like to show you first is that in the weekend I marked 900 and now I'm at 928. And you know, I'm getting visions of being able to reach 1,000 subscribers when we reach vlog number 50, the last one in the series. So you can help me if you are watching this and you are not a subscriber yet. Do me a favor, subscribe. I like it to be, it would be fun if I reach 1,000 subscribers at the 50th vlog. That would be quite something. But then again, everything of course is relative, because just now, a few minutes ago, I was watching this video, which is John Darko's reaching 100,000 subscribers. So on one hand you would think, okay, so why do I bother? But then again, he is doing a great job. I like his philosophy, and he deserves so many subscribers. If you want to know what his philosophy is, take a look at this video, 100,000 subscribers. It gives a pretty good picture of that. So congratulations, John. In trying to change this house into a surround sound setup, that's one of the reasons why it is a mess right now. So over there in the center you see the center loudspeaker that I have from Lynn, and I was thinking, well, this inside this cabinet, that may be a good place to put it, but maybe I'm going to place the amplifiers in here and the center up there, having it better lined up with the screen for the movies. So first I had it on this table, that's why it's there. It's a good fit for that table, but maybe it's better to put it right at the back there. But that's what I'm trying to find out, so that's why it is in the cabinet and why there is a table without the center on it. Down here, yesterday I couldn't find the word, and it's called a base or a platform. If you use it for audio, somebody said it's called a cutting board, and I have used cutting boards for placing equipment on, and that can be very helpful and work perfectly well. This is a bamboo, very rigid, specially made for audio. It has 3 feet under it. One of them is adjustable, and as you can see, it has a lot of holes for ventilation while still being incredibly sturdy, and it has a bubble level to see if your platform is level on the surface that you place it on. And the reason I still have this one over here is because this is the AV receiver that is going to do all the work for the surround sound setup that I'm creating here. It's standing next to the Oppo Blu-ray player, so the connections will be easy. Then there is all this cable over here, because I was trying to figure out if the loudspeakers, the surrounds, which will be there and somewhere over there in the corner, so that's why the cable is over here, to see if it will reach the amplifier from all the way up there. And apparently, because I have left over some, it will. And this cable is about the same length as I had the surrounds downstairs, but I'm going to replace the cable. So this is going to be the new cable, and first I'm going to use it upstairs here. So this, the Lin, is going to be the surround loudspeaker. The other one I already got up, which is over here. So these are going into the rear. The big Lins will have to come up and we'll find a place somewhere over there. The Oscillas are going to move all the way over there, so I need to get all this stuff out of the way. Also, I always have all these little tables everywhere. Here you have the CD player that I used, that I showed you yesterday, connected to the Wilsonton. This has to go down also, but it is still up here. I have, of course, my table still working on the surrounds for these drivers, and I have this protective face mask. Our public transport is getting back online and in a few weeks resume normal operation, but from the 1st of next month, you, in the trains at least, you must wear a protective face mask. So I already bought a package, and yesterday I tried one of them, which was not too bad. Then over here is something completely different. This is the box that came in the mail yesterday, a few days ago, and I am about to give disc golf a try. So I bought some cheap discs online, and they arrived in this box. So tonight I'm going outside again, trying to get some distance out of these boys. So that's why this is over here. These are the old surround speaker cables that are now being replaced, as I just showed you, with these cables. And let's look around, what else is there? Video equipment. Now over here is a mess, because this, what is on the floor, was on this little table and on that little table, which I temporarily freed up for the center loudspeaker. So that's all going to be placed on its original spot, cleaning up everything here a little bit. Some more cabling left over from yesterday. These are some turntables for speakers to put them on, but they're not working very well. They don't turn very well. So it was a cheap buy on Marktplaats, Craigslist, but they don't function the way that I thought they would function. And then there's this. This is one of the last things that I want to show you. This is a pile of acoustic foam that you may put under the floor to dampen your floor. This may be used in studios, but this is acoustical, very dense material. And this bunch, as you can see, and the shape of it, normally where the center loudspeaker is now, you will always see some kind of blue front. It actually is like this, and this is when I first designed this rack. I was planning to have the two mono amplifiers inside here, also being protected from everything above, but later on it looked better when they were standing on top. So what I did, I filled up this space down here where the center loudspeaker is now, and I filled it up with all this dense material that I just showed you. And over here you see the blue, which is also acoustic foam, but this is much thinner. This is the kind of stuff that is inside those acoustic elements that you see over there. And the reason Why do I do that? Because that was another project, because I want this rack also to act as a bass trap. A bass trap basically is nothing more than a lot of mass inside a box in order to absorb, this is the short version of course, in order to absorb the low energy that is too much in your room, to absorb it so you have better bass control. And I thought, well, you can buy these things for very much money, but why not do an experiment and just place a lot of mass inside this rack that I already have and see if it works. And does it work? Well, here's the interesting thing. I tried to measure it, meaning have a decibel meter and go from a 20 hertz sound, 22 hertz, and all the way up to 100 hertz. And I wrote down for every note what was the amount of decibels, and I did it once with the cabinet completely open and once completely filled up. Now, if you're just listening and not doing any measurements, it looks like it has an effect on low frequency and a little bit better bass response in this room. If I measure it, the differences are there, but they are so minimalistic that it might just be the decibel meter not being a very good one. It was just an app on the iPad that I have, but the differences, there were differences, but they were minimalistic. So now what I think is that if you look at the side, this gap over here is pretty big to have all these cables to give them some room. But I think in order for this bass trap to work properly, this should be much closer. Also, now that I see it like this, I think it looks more beautiful, so maybe I get it out and try to find another spot to do some bass control with this material somewhere else in the room. But that's why it is there. I had to take it out because I'm going to experiment with setting up all my surround sound equipment from downstairs here upstairs in order to have a great movie night with a full 5.1, well 5.2 surround setup, because you have the rail right over there, and of course here in the rear, pretty big but also pretty invisible, this is another rail. Oh, let me. This is another rail. This thing fell over. So that's why this is a mess. It is in transition. And well, this is the hobby. I like to share it with you, but of course I would also like to use my big screen, my projector that I'm very happy with, and have a movie experience in this room with also good surround sound. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And the last thing I want to talk about is about last night, my last night, because one of my subscribers, Michael, was so friendly to invite me to have a listen to his system. And of course I was going to say yes, of course, because that is the hobby. I don't have any people around me that are into this hobby of being an audiophile or having a what I call a serious setup, audiophile setup. And so I don't have many chances to listen to other people's systems. I'm always listening to this system and the systems downstairs. I love this system, but well, it is a hobby. Of course, you want to have more experiences. And yesterday yesterday I got to hear a different system, and Michael has a wonderful place. He took his garage, so there are still a few bicycles in there, for example. There's a garage door, but inside there's one chair, one listening chair. I like that. It's very dedicated. And he has an incredible a range of serious loudspeakers. Now, I have a lot of loudspeakers, as I told you yesterday, but most of them are bookshelves. They are small and easily to give them a spot somewhere in the rack downstairs. Now, Michael has 6 or 7 of this size loudspeaker sets in this garage, and he was so gracious to let me hear 3 different of those loudspeaker sets, every time decoupling them, putting them away, bringing in the new ones. So he did a lot of work, and I got to listen to a few very, very nice sounding loudspeakers, and 2 of them were actually Dutch classics, the Vivox loudspeakers. You won't find any information on that, but that is from very long ago, that is a Dutch tubular, the form of the loudspeaker is around like a pipe, and it sounds very nice. He has another company which is called Translator, which is also some of the things. When I was young, I had no money, but those were the kind of loudspeakers that you said, that is what I want to have. And now yesterday I got a chance to listen to that. And I had a great night. I want to thank Michael again. And when he brought me to the train station, we discovered that we had been so busy talking and listening that we did not even take a picture or do some videoing. So probably there's going to be a second round that I will visit Michael and do some video and show you his man cave. And of course I extended the invitation to Michael to have a listen to my system. So that's probably something for the future that makes me very happy, because this is a hobby, and in my surrounding there's not many people that I can share this hobby with. One of the reasons why I started this channel. But hey, I had a great day. So Michael, thank you again. And that's all I have to say for today. So, and last look outside. This was lockdown vlog number 47. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.